Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. My name is Sue Ellis-Saller, and I help spiritual and sensitive entrepreneurs create businesses that grow, thrive, and prosper, and allow them to create the changes that they want to in the world. So today I wanted to start talking to you all a little bit about using Canva as a tool to create images for your social media posts, for your blog, for whatever you're creating. I use Canva every week when I do my lessons for my group Connect. I also use it to create stories for clients, stories for myself, a lot of different everything. And well, a lot of different images that I use for my work. And I think that Canva is a really, really good option, especially they have a free portion of their program that you can use just by signing up. And I used that for about the first couple of years of my business, a long time actually. They have images, stock images in their program. I think it's in the free one. So let's just get started. I want to show you how to create your profile or your account with them. And you can use the free account, like I said, for a really long time. So I'm just going to switch over to sharing my screen. I am going to put my Canva up if I can here. Sorry, going to get out of Facebook there. So here's the login page for Canva. It's really pretty simple. You're going to follow their directions. It's like a two-step process to sign up. And I created one earlier, so let me just show you the screenshots of what I created. So you just do this little, this little sign up tab in the upper right-hand corner. And it is going to take you to a page where you figure out what your username is, and you enter your email and you figure out a password like you do pretty much with everything. So you put your name in, you put your email address in that you want associated with the account, and then you figure out a password. And like it says here, there is a free option. So just go with a free option if you don't want to spend money in this point in time. I understand that totally. A lot of us are, oops, wrong one. So, and then they're going to give you a couple other screens. Let me see which one I need to pull up here. So the 58 was the sign up. 5936 is just, you know, asking you if you want to sign up for the Pro for free for a month. This does require a credit card to be put into it. So if you're hesitant to put your credit card information in, just go ahead and skip that. Hit the maybe later. If you're interested in checking out all the bells and whistles and seeing what it does, then go with the free for 30-day account. I think let me see how much pricing is. We'll just get that out of the way right in the front. So there is a free part. There's a Pro that's $8.99 when it's billed yearly, or $11.99 when it's billed monthly. Or there's an enterprise where you can do collaboration and have other people, and that's for people who are more like social media managers or social media agents who are doing work with a lot of people underneath of them. So you probably won't even need that. So you'll probably just either need the free or the Pro, depending on what you do. So the sign up is really easy. Okay. And then just skip through the other parts if you don't really want to. So you can invite other people to use Canva with you if you want. And that's going to be something if you're working more on a collaborative project with other people, or you know, something of that nature. You're probably going to hear my dog walk around. You might hear my kids come back. So I'm just going to warn you about that. And I'm just going to take you on a little what's it called? A little tour of Canva. So I'm already signed up. I'm going to log in to view my saved logins because I have a couple. Hotmail. Here we go. Okay. log in here. I should turn all of my stuff off. Silent mode is on. So right when you get into Canva, you can see that they have different designs already up here for you to create. If you want to work on your logo in Canva, you can do that. If you want to create videos in Canva, they're starting, I think their video is still in beta testing, if I'm not mistaken. They have presentations, which is kind of like using PowerPoint. I've done that to make presentations for my Reiki classes. You can make flyers, cards, infographics. Infographics are really cool on here. Business cards, brochures, you know, just book covers. I know a lot of us write books, certificates. So if somebody is going to get a certificate for doing a program with you, you can create your certificates in here. CD covers, that's kind of nice for those of you who are making CDs. But they also have just all of the social media posting templates that are already sized properly so that you will get the right size. Facebook post has different size from Instagram post. Here's your logos again. Just so that you can do a Facebook cover, YouTube channel art. This one kind of is a little bit intensive, and I'll talk to you about that in a different program because I was redoing my YouTube channel art the other day and I was just like, whoa, wait a second here. Instagram stories are really fun to work with. Animated social media is super fun, really, really hot right now, and animated Instagram stories as well. Social media, and then you get to your A4 documents, which is what I use a lot of times when I'm doing a class or a little book. I do my A4 document for the little book. I've used the posters before to make posters. I use the YouTube thumbnails all the time. You can do videos. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look at their video thing because I'm really kind of curious about what's going on in there. Pinterest pins, if you're using Pinterest. So I'm going to stick with the social media for the time being. So I'm going to go into Facebook. And this is something I always recommend, like, have a blast with this. You don't need to be super serious about everything that you create. You can mess around, you can explore with your brand colors, with different textures, with different ways of doing things. Now, one of the things I really love about Canva is they give you these templates that you can work in. And these are really kind of fun. They're easy to manipulate, easy to alter, easy to brand. And when I'm talking about branding too, I really think that it's a good thing to think about what colors you want to be associated with you. Like for my own brand, for the Sue Ellis-Saller brand, I have a deep red color, a gold color, and black. And I have specific fonts that I use. The colors and fonts are going to become important because you always want to have that visual cue that is easy to recognize something as being yours. And that is a part of branding. So it's like when you look at a Picasso painting, you know that it's a Picasso. The same with a Dali, or, you know, unless you're looking at earlier works or they're more classic pieces. you know what I mean if you know art. So there, you know, there's like the classical style that they use, but then there's their like more signature flamboyant work that I'm talking about. So that's why I'm saying stick within your brand colors, try and put your logo on everything, and make sure that the fonts, the look and feel is going to be you. And if your branding elements of color and, you know, color and font aren't there for whatever reason, make sure there's a picture of you or try and put your brand on there somehow. So I think I really like this one for the moment. I need some peace and calming today. I think I might paint my walls that color. It's so pretty. So I hope this works out because sometimes with Zoom, it doesn't work out the best. So now, like I said, with these templates, you can just choose one and go into it and customize it so that it fits whatever you're doing in the moment. They do have nice themed holiday posts. They do have some really beautiful quotes in here too. So sometimes you could just take this, like I'm just going to show you a really quick cheat. Not a cheat, but a way to do it that's quick and awesome and will help you. They also have calendars in here. So if you like to create calendars, you can use those, but I have to see if they have that in the free version. I know it's a part of the paid version. So I like Maya Angelou. I like her quotes. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Love it. Love the quote. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on changing this to fit my brand. Now, the background is what I'm clicking on. So there's different elements within Canva. So you have your background, you have your text, you have elements that you can put in here, and these are all on the left-hand side here. So let me open this up a little bit more so you can see what's going on here. So you have elements. Okay, so we have the templates. That's what we were looking at before. You have photos, which is like their stock photos. They have a lot of beautiful free photos that you can use. If you want to go totally free and you don't want to pay into Canva, you can also use images from Unsplash or from websites with a heart. They have a free image library as well that are really beautiful photos that have been created with spiritual entrepreneurs in mind. So I just want to keep this, going over the elements. Sorry, didn't mean to like disrupt you there, but they do have a lot of pictures. And if you see this little crown, that's a part of the Pro thing. That's like $11.99 if you pay on a monthly basis, or $9.99 if you pay yearly. Okay, so they have those pictures. They have elements, which are a lot of cool things. Like seriously, like picture frames or grids where you can put photos, add photos into your image. They have all kinds of cartoony stars and circles and images. They have stickers. And not only stickers, but also like animated stickers, which is totally cool. They have charts and graphs that you can fully customize to whatever you need them to be. They have gradients, which are really kind of cool and nice. I use those for my clients. They have foliage, zodiac symbols, camping, flowers, animals, love. So like I said, I'm not going to go through everything in here. Look through it. It's kind of really cool, and mess around with it and just see what you come up with. And a lot of these elements too, like if you were to put it into your picture, minimize that. And my computer is going to be a little slow today because I'm running like 7 things on here. Okay. So a lot of times if you choose one of these elements, I'll probably delete that, but then you get the option to change the colors of the elements into your branded colors. So my branded colors are 00402, I think. Yep, that's mine. I don't know what my yellow is. It's kind of something like that. And I'm going to put let's see, I'm going to make this one that 900402. So, and that's called the hex code. And we'll probably talk about that on a different day, how to find out your hex codes. But, if you say you like blue for your branding and you slide this around, it's going to give you this little code right here, and that's going to be your hex code. And so you can do that with pretty much any color you can find the hex code for really any color in there. And like I said, you can switch out the colors for the elements too if you prefer to do that. So see how that works there? You can also change the font style. Now the free version of Canva has a lot fewer font options than the paid version does. And I think I'm going to log into my paid version after this, maybe. We'll see how long it runs so I can show you a couple of the differences. So anyway, I'm going through the elements here. I'm getting ahead of myself. I want to do one thing at a time. So then we have the text. So this is where you would add text to your page. We should have just picked a regular. I'm just going to work with this one for now. So you can add a heading and it's going to come over here. And then you just click it, type to change. And then if you want to delete that, there is a little delete button in this upper corner, and that will delete that element. Try not to hit your delete button on your keyboard because sometimes that can take you completely out of the image that you're working in, and then you get frustrated. You're like, oh my gosh, where'd it go? But it usually saves it. So just a bit of information that I learned the hard way. They have music. I rarely use their music. I might start looking into this a little bit more as I'm, dragonfly looks kind of fun. That's kind of cool. So that you can add in the background. I like that. Uh-oh, Sue's gonna get all funky with her images pretty soon and videos. So they also have a stock video selection that you can use for your images, and these are usually like little GIFs or GIFs or whatever that have just a little added element of movement in them. You can use those for your images. And the background, this is what I was going to do. The background is this space back there. So if you wanted to put that or gradient, and these are also usually like it shows what colors there already are in there, but a lot of times you can go ahead and change those. That just changed it to a regular red background. Anyway, so these are all background options that you have. There's also this cool thing here where, say, if I wanted this background here, and I wanted to change this to the text to, oops, sorry. I'm going to change the text to purple for whatever reason, you know, and then you can take this background or whatever image and you can weaken the transparency of it so that your text stands out a little bit more. And that's with this here. I don't even know what this, but copy style. So if you want to copy the style of something, you can also do that. I rarely ever use this. What I'll usually do is if I want to duplicate something, then I'll just copy the page and it'll come up there. So then I can get rid of this quote. Say I want that to be like part of my branding. Oops. You can get rid of everything there. But if you wanted to have that picture again, right here. So it's really pretty easy. And then you can do uploads, and uploads are pretty cool. You can put your, if you already have a logo or you have some, let's see, I'm gonna try and find my logo. If I have a clear version, all you gotta do is drag it and drop it in there. And then like tarot readings, water, yeah, put all my readings, tarot. or you can do look for JPEG. JPG. And you can upload videos into this. Like I said, this video thing is pretty new, so I think I'm going to be messing around with that pretty soon. Also, you have your title here, so whatever the file is going to be called. So this is going to be Intro to Canva. Okay. With the pictures too, you can put effects on them. So the background remover is something I've been using a lot lately for my new branding style, and I really like that. They also have a bunch of other stuff that you can work with, and so just have a look around. They also have filters that you can apply, just like in Instagram or on your telephone. They have an adjust thing where you can manually adjust all the settings for your picture. They have a crop that you can use to make the picture smaller, of course. And then they also have a flip, and I like that too. You can flip horizontal or vertical, which is from top to bottom, or you can flip horizontal, which is left to right. And sometimes I do that if the picture, the text that I'm putting in there or some element of the picture is not working out with the text or whatever. I don't know if I said that right. So anyway, so let's go back to this one. And I feel bad because this is a beautiful quote and I don't want to be all like disrespectful. Oops. So changing, you can change it to a plain background as well. White is a little bit weird in Canva because even if you have the professional, the pro setting, it puts this grid in the background that I don't like so much. So I'm going to put this, I like that. And then I put like a brick red here. So play with your colors, play with your, play with how everything looks. It can be fun. It can take up a lot of your time, believe me, I'm telling you. Like, seriously, sometimes creating images is a lot of my time. But it's worth it because then usually too, just to switch gears really quick, if you are using a specific color that you picked out of the color picker here, we're gonna go with nice deep bright red. So if you want to change that color or if you want to go to it again, it saves it into the document colors. So if you don't note the hex code or if you don't really notice what you're doing and then you find this beautiful color and you're like, oh crap, I can't use that again, don't worry, it's going to be in your document colors. One of the cool things about the paid version too, I hate to keep waxing poetic about the paid version, but they also, like if you have a picture, it will show you what colors are in the picture, so you can use a color that actually goes with the picture that you're choosing. And then that line there, those lines are always hard for me to grab onto. Okay, so you can zoom out, you can zoom so you can get really deep in here and add some different elements. That's some really cool stuff that I've been working with too. So I'm going to, you know, and then after you're done with, do they have resize? Okay, that's one of the things too, is resize. This resize thing here from the Pro is really, really something I use a lot, especially if I'm creating something for, because what you can do is you can take a Facebook image or an image that you've created for your blog post and you can resize that to fit the schematics or to fit the specs or the specifications of the different social media platforms. So if you're creating an image for your blog and you want to have the same image with the same font and everything, and you don't want to recreate it, then you can just resize it. So try Canva Pro, share. You can share this onto or with other people, and then you can download, you can publish it to Facebook. I usually download everything. They have different, over here. So they have different file types that you can use. Most of the time I use a JPEG, JPG. PNG, I don't use all that much. I do use the PNG for my Facebook header for all my Facebook pages, and then also for my events, because I found if I use the JPG or the JPEG, that the image looks really pixelated and cheapy, so I don't like to do that. They have a PDF standard. That's what I use a lot of times for class content or things that that I'm working on to prepare for a class. And then, like I said, the video is beta and the GIF is beta. So I usually download, like I said, JPG. They ask you what size you want. Of course, when you choose a pre-formatted size for the social media apps, then just go with that size. Quality. And then you can choose, like sometimes if I'm doing client work or something, I'll create like a series of Facebook posts within this. So I'll create, 30 pages in this, and then I'll download all of them. Or if I'm working on a file that I had been working with before, then I'll just download whichever one. You can also, and it just brings up like your save box and everything like that. Okay, always you're gonna get this when you have the free version. Then you just choose where you want the file to go and you save it, okay. And then just close out of that and go back to home. And now if you've created an image, it's going to be in your design. So all your designs, it'll be in here. Brand kit. I think this is part of the upgrade, yeah. So you can put your logos in here. You can choose different fonts that you use. So this is nice. You can look through it and you can choose for your headings. I don't know, a script. Let's see. We'll just use that. Yeah. So that's another thing. Like with the branding is really nice. Then it already has everything pre-loaded in there for you, but it's not essential. You don't need to have it, especially if you're like trying to do like lean and scrappy right now. So we're gonna create another design in here, yay! And then it'll ask you, do you want custom dimensions? That's gonna work sometimes if you, like today I was creating some images for Podia, and I had to put in like whatever size they told me. But all of your stuff, all of your different options are available in here. Ooh, coupons, that's nice too. Go back home, see what they have. Let's see, let's do a let us do a Facebook post or an Instagram post. Let's do an Instagram post. Oh wait, I want to take all of them. I want to look at all of them. Sorry, my computer is so slow. I think everybody has slow computers lately because I think everybody's on the computer during the virus. Or not during the virus, but during the quarantine. Okay. So, Here we go. So even if you like this, the background and everything like that, you want to use it for your, you can do that. So you can say, like, did you have a good Easter? We'd like to help you enjoy it more. Now, sometimes it'll do that, and all you got to do is highlight that, make the font bigger. Here's the font control side. So if you're working with your fonts, this is where you're going to have your font list come up. What am I working in? Let's see. EBZB. I don't know what I want. And really, I highly recommend only having like one scripted or scrolly or fun font that you work with regularly, because number one, sometimes the scrollier, scriptier fonts are not as easy for people to read. You also want to, so you want to make sure that everybody can read your fonts. You also want to make sure, there's been a couple of times when I've downloaded images where for some reason the fonts overlap with one another. So it's just kind of, it's a glitch. It happens every once in a while. I don't like let it bug me. I want to change that to this purpley color. Okay, so I'm going to go into purple. And then I'm going to do like a nicer, yeah, there we go. Yeah, make sure that visually you can read things, because especially if you're doing, you just want clients and potential clients and audience members to be able to read your marketing stuff, because if you're going to put a lot of time and effort, you want people to be able to read the scripts and understand what you're saying. And I also feel like one script and then a really nice bold or plain font is a good idea, because it just looks more elegant, it looks more professional, it looks more put together. So those are my opinions. So so that is what I have to say about it. Now, like, we can add a new page here, and this is where you can look at these different templates that they have here. Some of the Halloween ones I had fun with. So you can take these and, ooh, that's a new one I hadn't seen yet. Cool. Okay, so this is a little bit too pastel for my taste. So like I said, you can alter this stuff really easily. You want the background black or deep blue. Let's see, we can make her fingernails blood red. Let's do that. Ooh, yeah. Make our hand a little bit more. How should we have our hand? More sickly colored. Sorry. We can make this. Oh wait. Eek. Back. Okay. That's purpley color. I want to have that blue. This yellow here. Maybe have red. Like that. The purple color here, we can make that silver. Let's see if there's a creepier font that we can use. I bet there is. So let's see. So like I said, maybe I have a little bit too much fun with this stuff, and that's why I do like, they show you what fonts would be a part of the Pro. I kind of like that. Yeah. Let's find a different font for this. And you can see how many you get to choose from if you have the Pro version and what you're missing out on. Me. They had one like scary Halloween kind. Want something that's a little creepier. And really with the scripts, I know that there are things that come in and out of, like in and out of, what's the word? In and out of style. That's kind of a funny, like the cramps, if you know the cramps. They have yeah, a font like that. So you have to change the color for each element, which is okay with me. I'm gonna do that again with the gray, this gray, this blue, more yellowy, and I'm gonna change that again. So, or, you know, this, you can use it if you're gonna use it for your own, if you wanna use like a cartoony thing, you can say, hey friend, I'd love to read your future. But this is more like a Halloween card. Halloween. And then, you know. Don't forget to put your price if you're making a promotion, so that people can just see that. That's something they like to see right away. But like I just showed you, you can change all of these elements. So it started out this light and fluffy one, and I changed it to fit more my style or whatever. Ooh, that's a beautiful one. And they have some really pretty images in here. They when it comes up with this Canva, that means it's a Pro one. So a lot of times these are elements that you can use. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to show you about Canva. Let's see, we have the effects with the images, we have how to download them, we have delete, we have transparency. If you want to keep things together, so you have two different font sets that you want to keep as a group, you can either group them or ungroup them. That is here. So ungroup will allow you to move them, these elements, independently of one another. And then when you group them, you just hit this element and then you hit the other one with the shift button. So you click on it and you click while your finger is on shift, and then you just hit group there. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so light blue Easter egg sale, we can just do like Canva 101. Okay, and then it will show up with this. So sometimes it'll be like copy of copy, because sometimes you can file, you can create a new design, you can make a copy, or you can make a folder that I go to, or you can download it. So I think that is a good enough introduction to Canva for you today. If you have any questions, comments, whatever, just let me know. My name is Sue Ellis-Saller, and I am going to be working on creating Spiritual Business Basics website. I already have the Spiritual Business Basics group in Facebook. So if you're interested in joining us, you can do that. I will leave the link in the comments under this. So I hope you have a fantastic, fabulous day, and that this was helpful. Oh, you know what? I know one other thing I was going to show you. I was going to show you my own Canva. So once you get all, you can even sign up or log in with your Facebook, which is what I do for my own stuff here. I want to just show you a couple of different things that are cool about having the Pro version, because I use the Pro a lot. So one thing about Canva is if you, for some reason, delete, like if you delete your profile, it deletes everything you've ever created, which is a huge, gigantical nightmare. Like, I was so sad. I had created stuff in Canva for like 3 years. And then I wanted to unhook myself from a different client that I was no longer working with. And I ended up deleting my account instead of her account. And I was so, so sad. So this is what I was talking about earlier with the Resize button. This is really cool because I was making a blog post for Spiritual Business Spotlight, and I wanted the blog images. So generally speaking, I make a blog image with text and a blog image without text. And that's because on Facebook, you can only have less than 20% of the image be text. So I always make, just in case I want to promote or boost a post, I always download the one with the text and the one without the text, just in case I want to use it to boost the post. So with this, I made this one, and then I resized it so that I would actually have Instagram post or my Facebook. So I can make a Facebook post out of this too, and it's going to copy it and resize it. So let's watch while it does that. So you just hit the resize. Again, this is in the Pro paid version. This is not part of the free version. So just in case, I wanted you to know that. Now, sometimes when you change sizes when you change the size of an image, it throws the text off, it throws the picture off, it makes it smaller or bigger or whatever. So you just want to make sure you go in there, you move around the elements, you, this is at 80%, I'm usually working at, we'll just work at 75. Like I said, put your branding in there always. So a link to whoever, like your website or something like that, or if you have a logo, my uploads are in here, my logos are all in here, my brand pictures are all in here. Ooh, that's another thing I want to show you. Just the stuff that I've done in the past, hang on. So I have my logos from Spiritual Business Spotlight and Spiritual Business Basics, which I think I'm going to go over to a more like a vintage look. What was I going to show you? Not sure. Just what was in my uploads that I already have here. If you want to move stuff around, you can do that. This again is something that I messed with the transparency to make the text stand out a little bit more. This is the other thing I wanted to show you that's totally cool and I've been using a lot, and I'll show you in a different image. So I'm going to go home again. And like I said, one of the things I've really been liking lately is this, let's see if we can do it here. So we're gonna make a Facebook post. I'm gonna try this. Da, 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 da. This is an experiment. You guys are the first ever to see this experiment happening. And I'm really dorky, so like if you didn't get that, hang on. So I want to see these pictures that I recently used. They have a lot of photos available, like I was showing you before. Let's see if it'll work for this girl. So you can, with the effects, you can usually remove the background. And this has been something I've been doing a lot lately. If you put a photo of yourself, a really clear, nice image, you can remove the background for yourself in that. And this is really cool too, because I've been liking those, like the really, how would you say, like collages of different picture things. And so I can put a halo around her in the background. Let's see. This is another thing. I don't think this was available in the free version. It's available in the paid version. So for her, for that, in the background, I'm gonna mess with the transparency. And then with the pictures too, you can push some things backwards so that it's, you know, so if you add the woman before you add the halo to it, the halo is going to be on top and then the woman is going to be behind. So you're going to see the halo, and I'll show you that. So I'm going to move her back again. So see right here where you can see the halo there, but if you move her forward, then she's going to go in front of the picture. So I kind of like that. I'm going to have to use that. I'll keep that. You can do the same thing with a picture of yourself. Let me find a picture of me. So, and you just hit this background remover. The background remover, like I said, is a part of the Pro version of this, but it's kind of fun to mess around with. So just for your edification. So that was your walkthrough of whatever this is called, Canva, for today. I'm probably going to edit some of these things out of there. And like I said, it's really, really good. Even if you use the free version, it's super, like, super user-friendly, super intuitive, really easy to work with, free, and you can get a lot of beautiful, professional-looking images created for your branding. And that is really important because you want to look professional. You are a professional, so therefore you should have professional-looking images that you use on your social media and that you share with others that are going to really make you stand out from the crowd. As you turn more and more professional, as you get more and more involved in your business, things like this are going to be important to set you aside as somebody who is serious about what they're doing. So with that, I will wish you a very good day and the best of health. Gosh, I hope that recorded everything. I'm going to be really sad if that didn't record everything. So we will talk to you next time. Please, if you like this, if it was valuable, share it with your friends if they need it, or leave me a little note or message. I know what I was trying to do, was trying to stop sharing. So, squirrel, you know, I hope you have a fabulous day and we will talk soon. And if you like this too, yeah, send me an email and let me know if you would like me to do any other topics or cover any other topics. My name is Sue Ellis-Saller, and you can find me at SueEllis-Saller.com. That's SueEllisSaller.com, and you can sign up for so that you get access to the up and coming videos, any kind of training or seminars or specials that I'm running. I hope to find you there, and we will talk soon. Take care. Stay healthy. Bye.